Yo, yo, what is going on? What's going on? What's happening? Your boy Wildcard Mar in the building, Detroit Mail in the building. Yes, you are tuned in to another episode of IOW Sports, episode 291. Man, what's going on? What's going on, bro? How you doing, bro?
Same old, nigga. Nigga been working hard this week.
Said it's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah, I was like, nigga, shit. They motherfucker, they hungry.
Oh shit, man. Hey man, I don't think a lot of I don't think the government know how hard they making it is out here for a pimp, bro. I don't think they
you know what I'm saying? They're trying to charge a nigga taxes or something.
No, they should get rid of taxes. How the hell they tax us so many damn times, bro? Like, damn.
I love that, MJ. They want to pay tax on each hoe. Wow. Each hoe you have, we have to pay taxes. Like I charge me property taxes. They're trying to charge you property taxes for these bitches.
Okay, but I'm saying, like, if you don't pay the taxes, they lock your ass up. So what we gonna do?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? It's a no-win situation, bro.
I agree.
I don't like paying these taxes. Shit,
that's some bullshit.
It's just some bullshit, dog. Hey, man, I know, but it is what it is, man. I'm trying to be a good citizen, man, so I don't lock my black ass up, man. I don't want no smoke. I want some no smokes.
Ain't gonna lie to that shit. I ain't trying to be no good citizen. I'm just trying to make it.
Sir, please don't say that on air. We are not co-conspirators to none of your shit. No, we are not co-conspirators in none of it, bro. Nah, bro. Like, you gotta say this stuff when we record so we can edit.
Oh yes,
don't be saying this shit loud, dog.
I love the government, American flag, and all that good shit. Is that better?
Say I'm proud to be an American.
Right. Hot dogs, apple pie.
I was about to say, man, chill out, bro. Before they come get you.
Hey, chill
out, MJ. Don't be putting some comments in there, dog.
I agree.
Nah, man. Hey, MJ, man, when those 10 months I spent in Jersey, bro, I don't know how y'all do it in Jersey, bro. They the state of New Jersey tax you like 6 times on a check, bro. It says NJ. I'm like, well, how many times Jersey going? Well, they taxing more than their government. Now.
Yeah, you tripping.
Anyway, we're gonna talk sports because we got some stuff to talk about. Obviously, we're gonna give our top 10 rankings, how we feel they are. Obviously, week 10. Is it week 10? Yeah, it's week 10. Man. Damn.
Well, that's a damn.
Damn. Week 10 NFL matchups, some matchups and shit. We'll talk about that for sure. And then but this is why I'm gonna start because I see we got the headlines and who are the stars, the refs or the players. And that's in really in talks of, we see a lot of ejections in the NBA and things like that. In the latest one last night, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Greek freak. So Giannis got ejected. He already had a technical, and he got ejected for another technical. I got the clip up right here, so that we can take a look at it and kind of see, is it fair or not? Because we got to start asking this question, especially when in the NBA, these ejections, are they fair? Who's the stars, the refs or the players? Let's take a look.
Giannis' third block, he's going to take it off. Oh, hey! A hammer like nobody has. And if they called a technical foul on Giannis, that's his second, and he would be gone for the game.
And he seems unapologetic about it. He's saying he's out. He's gone.
He's going to sit down in the front row and watch.
I think he really went to him and said, what did I do? He just dunked it.
What did he do?
Look, I understand. He dunked the ball and did what he's done a million different times, and
What did he do?
I mean,
that's his second technical, so he's going to have to leave the game.
See, this isn't right because Giannis didn't do anything that he's not done so many times. This is what we love about our best players is they dunk, they show emotion. Then you need to snap back out of it. That's what the referees ask you to do. You're allowed to have a moment of emotion. That's what he had. And he's gone? No way. No way.
What did he do?
On the break, doing what he does. What a finish. Goes up and yokes it. Isaiah Stewart's right there. Gives him a little stare. Doesn't say anything. Doesn't touch him. It's in and that's in slow motion. That's a moment in time.
Even in slow-mo.
Even in slow-mo.
It barely lasted.
It's just such a fine line between the emotion that we all want to see.
I'm gonna let you have your first crack at it, man. And what's up with this, bro? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. What the hell world we living in, man? This don't make no damn sense. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Anybody who's seen our other show, you know, we do our little social justice and we talk hot topics and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, if you've seen that, you already know our stance on a lot of stuff. We support a lot of people, a lot of things, a lot of different everything. So I understand it to a degree that there are some things that I think that we grew up as that probably should have been addressed that we didn't address. You know what I'm saying? I'd be the first to admit that.
That's fair.
However, sometimes you gotta know when to draw the line when you making things too soft and protecting people's emotion. This is just ridiculous. He did not do anything. First of all, I like what somebody kept. I don't know who the announcer was, but they kept saying this is something that he always does.
Yeah,
it's nothing new, nothing different. So my thing is, if you're gonna change the way you call, you should say, hey, look, man, we know how you get down. If you do that in this game, this is what we're gonna call that. At least give him that opportunity.
Yeah,
that's first foremost. Second, he didn't do it. I mean, he didn't even like stare at him a long time. He didn't do what do you want? I mean, you already talk about how you can draw more people in, and now you just kind of cut all the emotion out, you cut all the fun out. It ain't worth watching anymore.
Man.
That's part of the game. That's part of what we like watching. You know what I'm saying? Somebody get yoked on, you like, yeah, I like that. You know, you get hyped up about that. That's the part that's missing from when we talk about the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the dunk. It's about what comes with it, the hype, you know, the little stare down, whatever. That's part of it. That gives you hype. Yeah. This is garbage, man. And let's go. That's why, you know, we're gonna say who's the star? The ref? Yeah. Or the players? No one come to see you, Otis.
Hey, bro.
You know what I'm saying? No one come to see you, Otis.
Hey,
get your ass down, do your job.
Hey, bro. Hey, this is why you my dog, because I literally said that in a Facebook group today. I was like, this is the example of we ain't come to see you, Otis. This is the pure example of it.
Pure example. For real.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
It's like for real, but nobody come to see these refs. They come to see the players play a game, and the refs are in all the sports now are interjecting so much into the game that isn't making themselves about the refs and not about the players. Now, I admit there are rules to the games. They have to enforce those rules. So you know, if a player does something wrong, they call it. It is what it is. Human error plays a part in some things, so that's why bad calls. This ain't about a bad call where there's a human error somewhere. It looked like he pulled his jersey. It looked like he might have hit him on the arm, but when you get the replay, he don't hit him on the arm. This is straight up someone injecting what they feel is right and what they feel is wrong. It has nothing to do with the rules because he didn't do anything to me that was a violation of rules.
Man,
fuck.
Fuck the ref.
Hey, fuck the ref as an organization. Fuck the ref as a group. Fuck him as the NBA. Fuck him.
Man. Hey, man, you hit a lot of great points, and only thing I can say is just to add on to it, because I'm with you 1,000%. Because when I saw that ejection, I'm like, well, obviously I didn't see what he got the first tech for. Okay,
right,
so,
right. Mm-hmm.
But here's what kills me, and allude and pretty much piggyback off what you said when about the stars. It's Detroit Pistons and the Milwaukee Bucks. There's two stars in that whole matchup you really come to see.
Mm-hmm.
Dame Dollar, Dame Lillard,
Right,
and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
correct.
3-3. And you just ejected one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at this as obviously not just as a fan. I'm looking at this as a, everyday person. I got to go out there, get my grind on, pay these bills, pay these, feed the babies, keep the roof over their head. And every now and then I want to have a little, little leisure time, a little fun time, a little play time.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if me and the missus want to go catch a Milwaukee Bucks and Detroit Pistons game,
right,
or take one of my kids
who drive over there for that, but go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, but if one of my kids absolutely loves, Giannis Antetokounmpo,
right,
and I didn't pay for these, high dollar ass jersey. I didn't pay for that high dollar ass parking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't pay for these high dollar ass tickets, and I didn't spend a whole bunch of money on concessions and shit. Going to these sporting events ain't cheap, and it's not necessarily for the everyday person to go on a regular basis. It ain't.
Right.
This is stuff that you save up for. This is stuff that you sacrifice, money to the side to go to these events. Not the everyday person can afford these sporting events on a normal day basis. So this is why I'm always up in arms on players not playing. That's why I'm so up in arms of, doing the load management crap, because I think that's a load of crap. These people come pay money to come see you, and you don't know their circumstances. Just because you making 40, 50, 60 million dollars a year, you don't know their circumstances.
Right.
Adam Silver is highly paid as a commissioner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what's ripping me off about the refs is, yeah, this is your job, but you get to be in the building. You get to see it. You still got a job to do, but come on, man, you are taking away a fan's experience. So they only got to see a half and maybe a little bit of change of Giannis Antetokounmpo, and you just kicked them out. So you ripping a fan's experience away. So now, if, as a consumer, why the hell would I watch this game anymore? You just took out one of the key pieces.
Right.
Like what are we talking about? Like it's so hard out here financially. We talked about it even leading in the show, and we said it as a joke, but no, that's real shit.
Right.
And here's another caveat about this that I think needs to get spoken about. When you see refs doing like that, and he's just automatically get out, go.
Yeah, that's I ain't like that.
First of all, you ain't gonna talk to me like I'm a little kid. I'm a grown ass man. Like don't bully me. Don't try to belittle me. That's one thing. Like just because you have that power, like you got a little bit too much power, you need to chill out. That's one.
I was telling that bitch like, cut the check, nigga. I'll take the fine. I ain't going nowhere. Cut the check. I ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going. I'd have grabbed the basketball. Come on, we playing. Come on, let's go.
Cut the check, nigga. I ain't going nowhere.
So not only that factor, but I'm also looking at the,
right, Matt.
This ref part. You looking a little iffy. Like what? You got something on this game? You looking real Tim Donahue-ish. Like what's going on? I'm just saying.
It looked personal. It did look personal.
That's what I'm saying.
It looked personal. Wherever the person might have been, whether the personal thing might have been, whether or not he didn't like Giannis, whether or not he might got a little Tim Donahue in him. Wherever it might be.
Trying to make sure the money line go his way.
It looked very personal because like when he came and asked him, so he's like, just go.
Yeah,
let's go. Something like that. You got to at least give him a little explanation because he's looking like, what the heck I get ejected for?
Yeah.
It's not like he came down, pushed my man, and he looking like, I get ejected for? That's clear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But something like that, this happens all the time. You have to give an explanation. Like, okay,
give me something.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
As a player, it's gonna happen again.
Not only that, just like the announcer said, this is something that Giannis has been doing, like a quick little stare down.
Right.
And gave him the, he too small sign. Hey, what we really ejected people over that?
And you see that the opposing player didn't get upset. It's like, whatever. Keep moving. It's like, okay, this is the game. Keep moving.
Keep it moving.
You know what I'm saying? That was just I don't know, man. Sometimes these refs they just taking over the game.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Right, for real. For real. Nobody come to see you, Otis.
Hey, matter of fact, I wouldn't even know referees' names unless the ESPN app put it in there. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
And it should be that way. They're not the stars. It's not, and that's not to belittle some of the good ones out there. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to just say all of them like that. There are some good ones out there, but they're not the stars.
Yeah.
So we should know their name. It's obvious. They don't even have their names on the back of their shirts.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And that's for a reason. They should be anonymous. They should be like the scoreboard. They're just a part of what it is that make the game go.
A certain element of the game.
They're not the stars of the game. They're not the whole attraction to the game. Nobody goes to the game to watch the damn scoreboard. Yeah. Nobody goes to the game, you know what I'm saying, to see like the bleachers or whatever. You go to the game to see the players. And that's how the refs should be. They should be a part of the ambiance, but not the stars to come see.
Hey man, there's a lot of pieces that goes into sporting events.
Right.
And refs are part of that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not the main attraction. Hey man, there's a steak on the plate. All right.
Yeah, that's like I said, against Giannis too. He's not in that type of. I kind of agree with Matt. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it from even more into depth, what Matt's saying, it's like Giannis ain't even that type of player.
Yeah,
he's not like one of them players. Like, you know, you got some players that always doing something. They always.
He ain't no Draymond. He ain't no Brooks. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't none of that.
He ain't none of that. So I'm still like, why is he being ejected? And he was at home.
At home, bro.
It's like every part of this is crazy to me. It was at home. You ain't get the home cooking.
Damn,
you gonna have the home cooking.
Yeah,
right.
I think I'm just more baffled at the fact that this ref, literally just did it without even thinking. Like my thing is like if it was something that egregious, I could understand.
Right.
But he already has a tech. And if you give him this next tech, he gone. He
gone. So if you're gonna give it to him, give it to something that's worth giving it to him.
Hey, make him earn it. Make him
earn it. Especially if you're gonna get ejected, you say, okay, well, I ain't gonna eject you for that. You know.
Hey, bro. Hey, there's been plenty of ass whoopings I got as a kid. All right.
I can attest. I had some of those.
Yeah. Now I can say without a shadow of a doubt, I probably deserved 85% of the ass whoopings I ever got as a kid. I deserve it.
I'm in the 95 percentile.
Okay, I might be real generous to myself. You ask my mom and dad, they might be saying the same thing you guys. Like, nah, bro, you more like 95 because I'm gonna say an 85 because I'm trying to be generous to myself. But the fact of the matter is I know when I deserved it.
Right.
Right now, there was some times my sister might have, embellished a little bit, acted, portrayed, get her Oscar on.
Her Emmy on.
Yeah, get her Emmy on. Stop hitting me, bro.
Right.
And just because I've always been guilty, I was guilty in that fact, even when I probably did nothing and didn't even deserve it. But I still got the ass whooping.
Right.
That's almost in this situation where it's like, come on, like make Giannis earn the punishment. Make him earn the punishment, because my thing is like you taking the quality of the game away, the play at least. You're taking the star quality out. You're killing the experience for fans that work their hard on money for that. And you looking real Tim Donahue-ish. I don't care. And you looking real. It raises questions when it's like when you see refs do shit like that. You like.
It's like,
well, you had some on the money line, pimp.
Suspect, buddy. The kind of suspect.
Well, I mean, but let's be honest. Referees have a very a job that should be discreet, but they're very important, and they got a lot of power that they can't affect the Vegas.
Oh, yeah. for sure.
So that's why that question is going to get raised when you do things like that. So I'm like,
yeah, it was uncalled for, man. I mean, and this is the one we talking about now because it's the latest one.
Yeah,
but there's been plenty of time where you go to the NFL, you know, where you seen calls like, bro, what? And then they go back and review it. And you still like, bro, what? I mean, how many times we still trying to figure out what a catch is?
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? Still ain't found what a catch is.
Still trying to figure out what's a catch.
Yeah, so it's like, come on, man. It's like I said,
what pass interference is.
We don't know what pass interference is.
We don't know what defensive holding is. But I don't even know, bro.
The lines are just so blurry. You know,
and it's not even necessary.
No,
that's the thing about it.
Yeah, and this right, but out of all of them, this right here to me is the worst because he didn't even do anything, bro. I mean, he didn't do anything. I mean, and I know somebody might get in the comment, well, he did stare him down, bro. I've seen people dunk on people and stare down worse than that and not get calls.
Yeah,
longer than that.
Yeah,
get closer in their face than he did, and don't get calls. He was like, he had good distance. I mean, it wasn't like he was 5 feet from him, but he wasn't like all up in the nose to nose, face to face. You know, he kind of looked for a second and then moved and go about his business.
Yeah, it's not like he was trying to figure out like, bro, yeah, I'm in your face,
right?
Like, you're so close, man. Well, I know what you ate for lunch, bro.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you got a little barbecue.
Is that halibut?
Or is that Keisha? Which one?
Right. Halibut Keisha. Or maybe Keisha's halibut.
That snapper snapping, dog.
For real.
But damn.
Sometimes you gotta hold your breath and do that.
I'm like you, man. When I saw that, I'm like, wow. Like, just absolutely, I was baffled, bro. I'm like, this is getting that was ridiculous. And to really say that it was a fair ejection, I don't even think it was even close to being a fair ejection. Hopefully it doesn't become a problem with the NBA. They got other things to worry about. These refs, yeah, they don't even call travel no more, double dribble. So who? I mean,
I don't even call moving screens no more. I was watching, and this wasn't an NBA game. I was watching the Connecticut and Dayton game, and old girl, I think it was Paige Becker. She dribbling off this court. Girl in front of us, literally just walking like in front of her. Defender right here, walk in front of the defender, and just keep on watching. It's moving screen. You can't just walking. What you doing? They ain't say nothing.
I saw Jokic the other day. Literally, that man was traveling like he was going from Serbia to New York, bro. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what is this? I'm like, come on.
It's so bad. They invented a whole new movement called the Euro step.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? They invent a whole new movement. Oh, that's the Euro step. What the fuck is that traveling?
like I've been around the world and yeah. Like, come on, bro. Like, did you really just do that? But hey, man, it's nuts. But it's gonna be shit like that that's gonna happen again. And they just, you know, we got to get back to the basics.
I can't remember the last time they even called walk though, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's weird because they called it. They called some of it in the playoffs last year against Jason Tatum for some reason.
And you looking like, what? Hey, when they do call it, it's so shocking.
Well, yeah, not only is it shocking, but it goes back to what you've always said is like, and you know, we kind of always kind of had that same sentiment. Hey, man. If you're going to call that in October around Halloween when you start the season, man, you better be calling that in June, July, in finals time.
Right.
Don't switch up. Don't switch up. Be consistent.
I mean, that's my thing. Is like, you know what I'm saying? I do give I don't want nobody, you know, out there think I'm just like saying I don't give room for human error. Because it happens. You know what I'm saying? What may like a travel to me, man, not like a travel to you. However, there's some things that's so egregious. You like, He's like, come on, man. Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, Randy Millsap, all them blind motherfuckers, blind Mellow Jelly, all them motherfuckers. You can see that's a travel.
Oh, that's a travel, dog.
The blind motherfucker on the corner saw that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a travel, dog. Like, Stevie, how you see that, man? I saw it.
I saw that. Carrie too. You don't hear nobody talk about Carrie. They be cuffing the ball all the time.
All of it, bro.
All the time.
Like, we got to get better. We got to do better.
Yeah, when they get the soon they get the ball, they take 2-3 steps before they dribble. All the time.
Like, damn, what are we doing? But nah, man. Let's real quick. I give the Knicks credit. Last night I made sure I watched that Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs go to New York, Madison Square Garden, and I think what it is that obviously with Madison Square Garden is like one of those type of arenas where you see so many great performances that carries a little aura
outside
to
the Knicks.
Well, I mean,
like Jay-Z or somebody.
Well,
we talking about basketball.
No, that was already understood. I didn't think we need to mention.
Okay, my bad.
Things that are already understood don't need to get mentioned, bro. You know this, so I didn't think I needed to, preface that. And so I thought everybody was all on one accord about that.
But Matt's on here. He may not be on.
No. Even Knicks fans knows what's up. Everybody come in and get off in the Mecca, bro. Like, you can go down the line. MJ got many moments in the Mecca. Kobe, Bron, even Reggie Miller got some moments in the Mecca. So Steph Curry. Look, we go down the line of people that had come into Madison Square Garden and showed their ass. So I thought that was already understood. But Wembanyama, man, last night, I just got to be honest. I thought the stage was probably a little bit too big for him. But not just that, but I also just got to give credit to, the Knicks. Mitchell Robertson and I think it's Harkenstein, the other center. Hey, this is what I was worried about with Wemby. The dude, I said it a million times, he frail in the tail. That ain't nothing new. But he got pushed around.
Yeah.
And they bullied him. They was on homeboy, moved him off his spots. He couldn't get in rhythm. And Popovich had no choice but to kind of take him in and out of the game, because it's like, bro, when I got him in there, you're not getting your rhythm, so I got to take you out. I
can give you that in the match. My whole thing with them was though.
Yeah.
I don't know if this year or last year. One of the years I was buying into them, and they cowboyed me, man.
Talking about the Knicks?
Yeah.
No, that's your fault, bro.
I mean, that's your fault. They might do something this year, man.
That's your fault.
They did the same thing the Cowboys do.
No, that's your fault, dog. That is all your fault. Because you shouldn't. No, that is definitely your fault, Pimp. All right, you got to do better. So, hey, if it looked like a duck, quack like a duck, you bet not call that motherfucker a pigeon. It's a duck, dog. That's all I'm saying. You got to call a spade a spade.
You're right, bro. You're right.
But I will say this about Wemby. The skill set is there. We know this. He's 7'4", 7'5", whatever you want to call him. And
tall as a motherfucker.
Yeah, tall as hell. And he has Kevin Durant skill set. He does.
Oh, whoa.
No, come on, bro. Don't
Kevin Durant skill set, bro?
Hey, what can he not do?
Not be Kevin Durant.
Now, I'm not saying he's as lethal as Kevin Durant. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm saying,
clarify. I need clarity.
Hey, let me clarify.
Yeah, I'm saying
he can run a point if he really wanted to, and if Popovich allows it, he can.
Okay.
He can shoot. He can pass. He can rebound. He can defend. There's really not an element of basketball that he can't do. It's just the fact that he can get moved because he fell in the tail.
Yeah.
And
some things he's not gonna be able to fix. Like, he's not gonna get big and wide. He don't have that kind of frame. But he can get strong. You know what I'm saying? That's what he needs to work on, is getting strong.
Yeah.
You know, he can lift and get strong with his legs. You know, he can get nice long. You know what I'm saying? Like his legs are strong where he can kind of hold his position.
Yeah.
His upper body strength where he can move around and take a hit and keep coming back. It's those things you can do. Cause I know some frail, skinny dudes. Like my cousin, when we was growing up, he was skinny, but he was strong.
Yeah.
You know, he was one of them country boys, so he was like that country Alabama strong. But he wasn't a big dude, right? He wasn't a big dude, but he was strong.
Yeah.
And I think, like, his body frame is not gonna be big. He's just not gonna get that bulk. He's not gonna bulk up like that, but he can get strong. And I think that's something he needs to work on, because now he gonna go up against some people that are wide body, and they gonna just bully him.
Yeah.
Now people watching the blueprint what the Knicks did say, oh, okay, that's what we're gonna do, and start bullying them.
That's my key. And you said it right there. Mel. They gonna look exactly at their blueprint, and they gonna be like, we cracked Da Vinci's code,
right?
And it's gonna be up to him and Popovich to adjust how he's implemented in not just the offensive scheme, but the defensive scheme. Because if they expose them on the defensive side, other teams, it's a copycat league. That's right. They're gonna do the same thing. We'll get them out in space, run the high pick and roll, and then let your boy do what they got to do. But I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Wemby's trash. He's garbage.
No, I can say that.
He's a 19-year-old kid that's been
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, no.
That motherfucker trash.
He's a 19-year-old kid that needs time. Yeah. And I'm telling you, it may not all be together right now, but come closer February, and we might be having a different discussion, and people gonna have a different outlook on Wembanyama. Just my opinion.
I'm gonna say the same thing. I ain't changing. Yeah.
Hey man, Joker's gonna Joker, bro. They just I can't with you, bro. I absolutely can't with you, but no. Just an observation that I saw with Wembanyama, but let's jump into the word. Oh, real quick, I just got to say this. Dawn Staley, man, she's doing it right down there in South Carolina, bro. Malaysia, Fuwiley, that she got.
Fugazi.
Not Fugazi, bro. No.
What up, Bobby G?
What's up, Bobby G? He said takes a minimum 3 years to develop because they don't have the strength, and that's fair. That's fair. Wembanyama will have to, like MJ said, he gonna have to fill that frame out, and just as long as he's doing it to a point where he's not diminishing his skills in his range of motion.
Right.
So, yeah, Malaysia Fuwiley. Hey man,
she's nice with it, bro. That behind the back move she did. I was like, bruh.
That wasn't even the only move. She had a no look pass. Her teammate had failed, and then she threaded the needle between like three defenders and got it to her teammate and did a layup. It was so good at Dawn Staley. She did the walk away. She's like, oh. And walked the other way, like, oh my God, like, did she really just do that? So Dawn Staley, hey, she got something. NCAA, you did your next one because she's a freshman. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, probably got, I think it's their last year. Maximize on their popularity, right? But behind them, you got one that you can, market. That's all I'm saying. You got one that you can market. If you don't know who I'm talking about, go to YouTube, type in Malaysia Fuwiley. She nice like that. She nice,
man. She nice.
Yeah.
I think I think this year is gonna be nice though for women's basketball. You got a lot of storylines there that that's gonna start to fill itself. You still got the Caitlin Clark storyline. You got the LSU losing the Colorado storyline and how they bounce back from that.
Yeah. Early loss.
And they got the transfer, old girl from Louisville transferred in there.
Yeah, Haley Van Lee.
Yeah.
Van Lee. Something like that.
Yeah, Van Lee. Yeah, she transferred in, and she was there's no factor.
Yeah,
for that game. We just say for that game because that was the first game.
yeah.
So is it just a sign of just early morning jitters, or are they not as good as advertised? So that's that storyline going on there. Then you got the South Carolina storyline. It's a lot of good storylines. Oh yeah, Paige Buckets is back.
Yep,
he back. They just got through beating Dayton.
Yeah. That's a good question, MJ. Paige got to stay healthy, man, because that's another name that can easily you can market for the NCAA. Just if she can stay healthy, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, for those who don't watch women's basketball, man, I suggest you hey, the product's there. I think the content is there. They got some ballers, and we don't discriminate here at IOW Sports, except for Nick Punk ass. He just, I just don't think he like women. So.
Oh wow! Whoa.
Well, I mean,
I think I like women.
Well, he got 2 kids, so we know he at least had sex twice. That's it.
That's motherfucking Dwight. Call him Nick Dwight.
Hey,
Dwight Shine.
so we know he had twice.
Twice.
Yeah, that's it.
He's like, I don't want no more. I'm a sausage smuggler.
Bro, we've been trying our hardest to convince this man. But like, bro, women's basketball is I hate it.
I don't see no women. I want to see the men. When they gonna start putting cameras in the locker room?
But nah, man, let's switch this gear to because you know what it is. It's Thursday, start of week 10. We got a Thursday night matchup tonight, and at the end of the day, man, we gotta give our IOW top 10 NFL teams. You got your list ready?
Yeah, go ahead, do yours. I'm working on mine. I'm not going to finish.
Go ahead. Go ahead, get your shit right. I'll go ahead and start with mine. So I'm gonna start at number 10. Number 10. Mm-hmm. I got the Cowboys, and they keep making my list. I was real close to putting the Browns there. I think what reason why I didn't is because I like the offense of the Cowboys just a tad bit more better. But not by much, trust me. But I got the Browns at like 11, and I got the Cowboys right here at 10. Look, Cowboys Nation, I don't want to hear no excuses. I heard y'all crying and wolfing all week, but let's call a spade a spade. When you got three possessions in the red zone in the fourth quarter alone, and all you can muster is 6 points, that ain't on the rest, pimp. That ain't on the rest.
Not at all.
Now, don't get me wrong. I watched the game. Were there some missed calls? Hell yeah. There's missed calls in just about every NFL game, is there not?
Yes.
So I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, come on, but it is what it is. Y'all didn't capitalize. Y'all didn't take care of business. So that's what it is. At number 9, I got the Seahawks, and they're dangling. One of the teams that I actually like. I know, Bobby G, man. I want to put your Browns in there, man. But the defense is so damn Super Bowl caliber. But y'all like a better New York Jets, so that's the only problem, and that ain't a good comparison to be compared to the Jets, where y'all all defense and your offense is lacking. So I got to see
the Jets in a great loss.
That wasn't a great loss.
I just wanted to troll Nick. That's all. Go ahead.
Number 9, Seahawks. Seahawks got at number 9 because Geno's just not looking like Geno for last year.
No,
he's on a turnover streak right now. Got a little bit more turnovers than he normally does. Then compared to last year, if we talking about Geno for the last 9 years before last year, then yes, he does look like Geno of old, and that's not a good thing because the weapons are there, and I think that defense is getting better in Seattle. So Seahawks number 9. Number 8, 49ers. I know they came off a bye, but damn it, them 3 losses in a row still stink. And I can't put you above the other teams yet because you got to find a way to kill that losing streak. And I said it about Brock Purdy. I think he's a hell of a system quarterback. Brock Purdy. but he's having some turnover issues the last 3 games that
Right.
has contributed to the those 3 consecutive losses. So 49ers at 8. Number 7, I got the Dolphins coming off that loss to the Chiefs in Germany. You're still a good team, but are you really? Y'all can't. Y'all can't beat none of these over 500 teams. And the only problem is that your schedule ain't filled with a whole bunch of under 500 teams. Well, I mean, I did look at their schedule the other day. They still got a nice handful of under 500 teams right now. So hey, they might go on a winning streak. They might not. It depending on what they do. Fact of the matter is your defense is still, kind of shaky. I know you only allowed the Chiefs 21, but I looked at that game and I looked at it twice. And then I looked at it a third time. I'm like, man, the Chiefs was playing with their food, bro. Well, no, because the Chiefs was playing with their food. They really should have kicked the dog shit out the Dolphins.
Right.
Chiefs were playing with their food, man. They really were. And look, as we said with Wembanyama and the Knicks' great defensive job that they did on him, hey, people gonna look at what the Chiefs did against the Dolphins. Not only did you slow down Tyreek, you slowed down Jalen Waddle. Those are your top 2 offensive threats. So we talking about copycat league, all right? Hey, we cracked Da Vinci's code. Everybody come get it. All right. So it's up to Mike McDaniel. Time to adjust. So 7. Bengals at 6. I know they're at the bottom of their division, but that gives, to me, that shows how great the AFC North is, how competitive it is. Because right now, at the season started and went to playoffs, all 4 teams will be in the playoffs. So Bengals at 6. They showed again how dominant they are over the Bills. And as you can tell, I will not have the Bills in this top 10. But the Bengals, hey, Joe is getting better. He's getting healthier. He admitted so even after the game. He was like, yeah, I'm feeling better. What he was saying was if you didn't, crack that Da Vinci code, what he's saying is boy, y'all jokers is in trouble because I'm about to start cooking. That's what he meant to say.
Right.
That's what he said without saying it. That's what I heard.
That's what you heard. Don't you like Macaulay Culkin all grown up?
Hey.
Right. I mean, I know Macaulay Culkin is grown up, but he ain't grown up in size.
Yeah. But no, hey, Burrow's heating up.
Oh yeah.
And that defense is solid enough that they give the Bengals enough, help on that defensive side. Can take the ball away from the opposing team. So they're doing well. Jaguars at 5. I'm still not sold on the Jaguars. I only got them up here because they only got 2 losses. All right, I'll be honest.
Somebody on this.
Well, I mean, you beat the Bills. I'm not crazy, and
everybody beating the Bills.
Yeah, and you beat the Steelers. I'm not crazy impressive about that. I mean, I don't know how the damn Steelers are 5-3. I don't have no clue how they are 5-3. I mean, that offense is straight dookie, bro.
Yeah.
And the Bills, well, the Bills are the Bills. So those are your 2 key wins. Okay, all right. Yeah, so I'm not impressed. So I got them up here for, like you said, somebody got to go up on this list. And they got 2 losses. Number 4, Chiefs. I'm still waiting for that offense to really crank it out and break free. But they're doing, and believe it or not, the offense is actually moving the ball. They're having problems in the red zone. They're having problems finishing drives in the end zone. And, hey, as much as I talk about other quarterbacks having turnover issues, come on, Patrick Mahomes, you got to clean this shit up, bro.
Right.
Yeah, too many interceptions from out.
Josh is.
Like Josh looking real Josh Allen-ish.
Yeah, Josh Allen-ish.
Looking real Josh Allen-ish. So Chiefs at 4, Lions at 3. Well, hey, you deserve it. You beat the Chiefs. I think you should be ahead of them. I'm not taking, nothing away from the Lions. You had a bye week last week, right?
Yeah, they had a bye week.
Yeah. Hey,
everybody coming back. The first time, 2 people are injured this right now, but everybody healthy. So
Yeah. And, I can't put you over the Ravens because you got your ass kicked by them going into the bye week. So Ravens at 2. I got the Ravens right there. And look, the numbers of Lamar Jackson aren't sexy. They not, he's over here having, 22 touchdowns and 3 interceptions and, add in another, 10 rushing touchdowns. He's not there yet. But I will say this, I'm still sticking with MVP for Lamar Jackson because this is where he's killing it at 72% completion percentage. And that should finally get you assholes that think that Lamar Jackson can't be a passer to shut the hell up. He's leading the league in completion percentage. I don't care whether it's just 5 yards, 10 yards, 20 yards, it don't matter. He completing them. He's getting the football to his guys. His guys could help him out a lot bit more if they don't have, the dropsies like they did against Pittsburgh. But I think Lamar Jackson is really being like a real true point guard right now on that field and distributing the ball all over the field, not just to Andrews. And hey man, he's looking real he's looking like a true point guard out there in that offense. And I don't even think he scratched the surface on how good the year he can possibly have. The second half of the season, I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes bonkers and makes his stake for MVP. So imagine the Ravens are really doing all this winning and Lamar's not playing at his peak yet. And then unfortunately, because they only got one loss, is the Eagles. They should have had 2. I got to call it spade.
Yeah, they had 3. I almost lost to the Commanders.
Well, twice. So technically, they should have 4 losses on their schedule if it was really, if things fall the way that they should. I'm not sold on the Eagles. The only reason why I got them here is because they got less loss than everybody else. Somebody got going number 1, and they only got 1 loss. They should have 4. Let's just call a spade, and their bye came at the right time because it looked like Jalen Hurts was getting beat up. So, got to clean some stuff up. Only problem is you come out the bye and you got to go to Arrowhead in Kansas City. So good luck with that. Mel, take it away. You're top 10, my brother.
Number 10, I got the Chicago Bears.
Man, shut up. Turn this off. Shut it down. I know he bullshit. Yeah, turn it off, y'all.
The way Beligian, Belgian Waffle.
You don't even know his name.
But he's playing out there. I got to get an honorary mention to the Raiders for firing Josh McDaniels.
Stop.
No, number 10, I got the Seahawks. I kind of agree with you, though, that Geno don't look like Geno from last year. But I still think this team as a whole, as a team, is in the top 10.
Yeah.
They have the ability to beat anybody, in the league if everybody is clicking and Geno can relive some of that magic from last year. Number 9, I got the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins, it's like you get what you get what you see. They a decent team, well coached team, but they still have issues that they need to fix so they can beat teams that are above 500. A lot of the gimmick plays, all that stuff, work on less. And I hate to say lesser teams, but teams who are not have as much skill players as other teams have. Let's say that. Somebody all that gimmick and the end around, less disciplined teams. That's the best way. That stuff work on less disciplined teams. But when you get to the higher echelon and the elite teams who are more disciplined on their assignments and stuff like that, they take away a lot of stuff away from you. Now you have to figure out how to win without all that. How you gonna win when I bump you against the line? You can't use your speed. How you gonna win? So those type of things they need to figure out how to fix. Nobody, I got the Bills, man. Me and the Bills have a toxic relationship.
I see.
It's like I know I should let them go. I know I should, but it's like I just can't, man. It's just something about these Bills. It's like when I was in high school, bro, used to be this girl. Ass was just
Yeah, something stupid.
You know what I'm saying? She had titties everywhere, like she was carrying 2 country hams. She got the pit bull face. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? When she come down the hall, you can't help but to look. You just could not help but to look when she came down the hall. You knew the face was gonna be hit up. You know, her face like she was a battered wife. You knew that. You know what I'm saying? However, the body was intact. The body was there, bro. The body was banging. And that's how the Bills is, man. I want to let it go. I want to turn my head and not look, but there's something about it that's attracting you to these Bills, man. I don't know what it is.
See, it must be your ass because it ain't so
Just saying.
Hey, Bills, y'all ugly as hell.
You know, look like a battered wife, you know, but
that ass, no.
But that ass, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to look, but that ass, them the kind of girls that get like all kinds of kids up in them and different daddies.
Bro, chill out, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I wonder what's bringing them to her.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I can't stay by that ass, though. You know what I'm saying? Number 7, I got the Jags. You know, I just think, hell, they better than everybody in their division. So
they not too far behind. The Texans ain't too far behind.
I know, yeah, they're not. And I think the Texans, they keep winning, they might get on this list. But yeah, they know hell. They on there by default.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Disclaimer.
Well, number since I got Dallas, I think Dallas a good team up until playoff time.
Until it matters.
It really matters. You know, I mean, really, you look at the talent that they have, they can beat anybody in this league with that talent. You know what I'm saying? If you just look at on paper and you put them up against another team on paper, you say, oh yeah, I can see them winning that game, or I don't see them getting blown out. But then when they come to the field,
yeah,
it's like Dallas forget how to do some things.
Oh, we got to play football. Yes,
we got to play. Dallas play like, remember the old game where they put the players on, you turn on, and they got the mag, and they just be like,
yeah,
that's Dallas.
I know you're going the wrong way.
That's McCarthy call. But number 5, I got the 49ers. I still think they're a top 5 team. No, with a defense like that, you got to still keep it in the top 5. You know, that defense is a great defense, but it's just like,
let's see what Chase Young adds. What he adds.
Right. See Chase Young adds. But here's the thing. I think I said this on last show. Chase Young is a great player. Great player. I gotta say that before I say my next comment. He's a great player. I'm not taking that away from him, but when you look at this team and what it needs, Chase Young is not really adding that much to you.
Yeah.
Compared to what you need. Like if you already at an 8, Chase Young may make you at a 9, but he's not taking you up to 10 because you need offense. You're not scoring. You're stopping people, but you're not scoring. You know, and I think that he elevates you a little bit. He's not taking you over the top because you already have a good defense without him. So I'm saying, so it's like it'd be different if you didn't have a good defense and you add on to it. You say, okay, yeah, it's a good. You already had a good defense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. If you got $1 million in the bank, somebody give you $20. Yeah, your bank account technically is more.
Yeah, but
how much more is it?
It's just overkill at that point.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's only $20. So
$20.
Right. And number 5, I got the Lions. I think. I'm sorry. Number 4, I got the. No, I said it right. Yeah, number 5, I got the Lions. I'm at 5, right? Yeah, 5, I got the Lions. I like this team. Gritty team. I think now everybody coming back healthy now. I think only people out now is still Big V and they got Donovan People-Jones on the injury reserve, but they were still good offense without him. So
I actually like that pickup though.
Yeah, it's a nice pickup. Helps your offense a lot. It gives you defense more people to have to scheme for. You know, if you try to double team St. Brown, then People Jones can take you underneath. When Game comes along, then you have to worry about him going deep, People Jones going deep. So I think it helps. And then you got Sam Laporta. So, and then you got Gibbs. I mean, they got a lot of weapons now.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. Number 4, I got the Chiefs. I like, you know, Chiefs is always, like I said, they still the gold standard right now to somebody knock them off.
Yeah.
You know, however, the offense just has not been the offense we used to seeing.
Yeah, they ain't quite, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's not right. It's like you ever seen you ever you in high school and you see this chick, she bad as hell, but she dressed homely. She dressed like she, you know, like she my Amish girl or something. You know what I'm saying? She dressed like, you know, something like just like homely. It's
she covered up.
You know what I'm saying? If you polish her up, she'd be nice. You know what I'm saying? But she just dressed so homely and just so like you can see the cuteness there.
Yeah.
But she needs to, like, you know, maybe comb her hair. You know what I'm saying? Take off the big old grandma sweaters and just kind of like, you know, dress nice. Like, there she go. You got all that ass, girl. You know what I'm saying? That's the Chiefs right now.
Damn, I didn't even know you had that on there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the Chiefs right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like we know you look good. We know you nice. You hide that ass under all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, girl.
That's a hell of an introduction for me. Thank you, Mel.
You might as well not even came on the show. What is this? We almost done with the show.
I know. I'm sorry. I fell asleep on the couch watching Billions, and all of a sudden I was like, no one texted that the link is up. I'm like, oh shit, the 1 hour a day. My phone is silent. It was the 1 hour I needed somebody to message.
Number 3, I got.
You've only been on an hour.
Yeah, we going off in like 25 minutes.
Yeah. Number 3, I got Cincinnati, man.
Cincinnati.
And the reason why I got Cincinnati, I think this is their push. You know, we look every year.
Yeah. And
they know what they do. They start off slow and they start that momentum kicking. Now I think that momentum is starting to build now. They look good. Yeah, I saw that. Now this next 2 is something I don't normally do, but number 2, I got the Eagles. You know, normally I say, do you beat the team? You know what I'm saying? I keep them on there, but the Eagles just have not. They've been barely scraping by every time. All the time. Just barely scraping by. Like we just said a minute ago, they got 3, maybe 4 losses they should have had. Now, to their credit, good teams find a way to win.
Yeah.
To their credit, but it just don't look like the same Eagles from last year.
Not a team that went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it don't like a Super Bowl. It don't look like Jalen. Like something's wrong with Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just don't look the same. So at number 1, I got Baltimore. I think the way they've been bullying teams, you know what I'm saying, push people around, they might be the team to beat in the AFC now.
They're not only beating good teams, they are beating the dog shit out of good teams.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I like to see I want to see what they do next 2 games and see if they still have that same bullying dogmatic win, and I keep them at number 1.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens.
Right.
Let's get into you want to run off your list real quick, Nikki?
I'm working on it right now. I can start going down it. I'll start at 1 because I started that with my list.
Okay.
Yeah,
and we're going off power rankings, right? I think the best team in football right now is the Bengals. When they were one of my favorites in the preseason, and the way Burrow's playing healthy, I can't look at a team beating them with a healthy Burrow. I know they're banged up at receiver right now, and I know Higgins didn't have a jersey at practice today. Chase is sore from his back falling. But I'll say what I said about the Niners a few weeks ago, and then everyone on the Niners got hurt. If this Bengals team is healthy, I'm having a hard time, including the Ravens in their own division, finding a team that's going to beat this team healthy. Like right now, they present day, going into week 10, I don't see anyone lining up and beating this team. And that's how I do my power ranks into who is the team to beat right now in the NFL. And I think with a healthy Joe Burrow, you can look at the Bengals and say, They could be it. You know, it's all for opinion anyway, right?
Yeah.
Number 2, I got the Chiefs.
Okay.
You know, I think the way their defense is playing, and I'm not saying this to talk shit, Lamar. It's just something I'm sure you said yourself. Something ain't right with the offense.
Mm-hmm.
And when the offense gets right, holy shit. The way the defense is playing, if they figure it out, I don't know if Kelsey's still lingering with an injury and playing through it, but they had the bye week this week, right? After the Germany trip.
Yeah.
Great time for the bye. You're coming off the win against Miami. Could be a tiebreaker for the playoffs down the road. Huge win for them, winning that game. I look at this team and I look at that defense, and the defense is doing what the offense did for years, and they're carrying this team right now. The offense ain't clicking. They had that one big explosion against Denver.
No,
or the Bears. The Bears.
Yeah,
but they had one massive offensive explosion, and we're all kind of like, all right, they're back. They're not. So, but the way the defense is playing right now, I'm putting them up there because defense travels, man. Defense wins, and defense can neutralize anybody on any given Sunday. So I got them ahead of the Eagles at 3. Eagles, again, kind of like the same thing, right? Like that offense ain't doing what the offense normally does, but they're finding ways to win games. And sometimes this helps in the regular season much more than blowing a team out 30-6. You find out who you are. You get playoff tested. You get battle tested. You get your grit. You get your balls checked. You find out what kind of man you are in a tight situation, right? That's what you love, Mel. You love being in a tight situation, right, buddy? Number 4, I got Baltimore.
Okay.
They're playing very well. They're doing what Baltimore does when Baltimore is a good team. They beat the shit out of you at the line of scrimmage and dominate you. Another thing you like to do right now, but they line up. Mel's like, yes. They line up on both sides of the ball and they punch you in the mouth and they run the ball and you know, I had a discussion the other day where Bobby chimed in. I think Lamar, you said Lamar for MVP. He's not putting up MVP numbers, right? He's 20th in passing touchdowns. Like Justin Fields, who's missed a couple games, is ahead of him, and he's 14th in passing yardage. So he's not putting up what we normally consider MVP numbers from a quarterback, right?
Right.
Even compared to his year, he's not running the ball as much. But this may be the most complete team he's had, and they're coaching it outstandingly. They're playing to their strength. We're a bully. We're going to bully you. We get a lead, and then our defense, who they're leading the league in sacks. They're and name a guy in their league on their team who's doing well with sacks. You can't really. There's no what I mean by that. There's no Garrett. There's no Bosa. There's no Crosby. There's no defensive player of the year candidate. Just a fucking well-oiled machine that beats the shit out of you week in and week out. And then when they get that lead, you got to pass, and you're playing to their strength, and they're taking advantage of it. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got the Jags. I got the Jags in a big showdown this week with the 49ers. You're going to see what they're really about. You're going to see, hey, is this team legit? Same thing, right, Lamar? Like their offense squeaking by. They're not doing what you thought this offense could do, right? ETN's balling. Ridley hasn't been what Lord I thought Ridley would be. So
Trevor Lawrence is
very curious to see in the big games what they do because they have a very easy schedule. And I told you guys before the year, don't be surprised if AFC North beats up each other, AFC East beats up each other, and then it's like Jags kind of just skatewalking to the number 1 seed in the AFC because they don't have that really tough schedule.
It'll come bite them in the ass by the time playoff time. They haven't really been tested, and they'll get their ass kicked in the playoffs. Just opinion, but I'm with you on the Jaguars. I don't think I had them at 5. I think Bell had them somewhere around there too. Nobody's really big on the Jags. I mean, but you can't sneeze at what 5-2, 6-2. So I'm not gonna shit on it.
No, you definitely can't shit, but it's like that old Undertaker saying, "Phony tough, crazy brave," right? You are what your record says you are, but we need to see you get tested, especially with the quality teams spread throughout the league. They got the pass this year, kind of like the NFC East had the pass last year, right? Everyone was winning games, and now this year you see like the Giants can't fucking do anything. And last year they won 10, 11 games because the schedule that could be like the Jags this year.
Oh, man.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, I got Seattle.
Yeah.
I know Seattle got their freaking faces kicked in. That's always a tough trip to make from like Los Angeles out here from Seattle out here. Those are tough trips to make either way. I don't think that's a true litmus test of who they are or what they are. I just think that sometimes the wheels fall off completely and you just get through go through the motions and get to the next week healthy. And you just look back at it as an aberration. You get exposed for your flaws and you fix that shit. Good coaching staff. Can't believe I'm saying this about Gino. Good veteran quarterback, good veteran leadership on that team. I don't think it's something to raise the red flag on. I just think it's the aberration, right?
Yeah, he got to cut his turnovers down, though. He's starting to have a little turnover, little issue right now.
Yeah. Yeah. But that goes to the coaching, right? Like, let's fix this shit and let's get him right. 7. I got the 49ers, 3 in a row. They've been without Debo, and you see that Debo is kind of like Aaron Rodgers. Those guys can have MVP votes for not playing. What they do for their teams when they play, right? Like the value that Debo brings to that offense, allowing Kittle to do what Kittle does, Ayuk to do what even McCaffrey. You're so worried about Debo because he can do it all. You take him off the field, and now everyone's got to get into roles that they're not expected to be in. So once Debo gets back, I expect them to go on a really nice run. But they're too talented not to be up there. 5, 6, 7. Next, I got the Cleveland Browns. If
defense.
Watson can be 12 to 18 quarterback in the league the rest of the way, that defense is phenomenal.
Yeah, defense is
guys like Ford in the backfield. You got a good receiver in Cooper, and I'm very curious to see how this AFC North plays out because all these guys got to start playing one another, and there's going to be some L's given to really good teams.
Yeah, they're going to beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I'm all for it, right? Next, I got Miami, and I didn't even want to put Miami in the top 10, but it's almost like nobody else stepped up. If the Jets would have won Monday, I'd have the Jets up there above Miami because Miami can't be the winning team. But a couple other teams I debated lost. So I got Miami there. They got issues, man. They can beat the hell out of soft teams, but they can't do shit against somebody who can line up and beat them in the trenches. Newsflash. Everyone in the AFC North, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Jets can all line up and beat you in the trenches. So I'm very curious to see.
They already have.
Right? They've lost to the Eagles, the Bills, and the Chiefs. The only 3 winning teams they played, and the real 3 physical teams that they played.
Yeah.
Oh man, 10. Who I got a 10?
Beating the Patriots twice is whoop-de-doo. Look at me.
Right. Patriots
twice. Ooh.
Yeah, you rolled Denver before Denver even cared about their season. Like,
I don't even think Denver still even cares. They're just like,
they better care when they beat Buffalo Monday night. That's my surprise pick of the week. Denver beating Buffalo.
I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened.
Well, I won't be surprised.
But I will say this: Josh Allen got to do something. He can't keep losing to the better teams and lose to a Broncos team. So I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. But damn it, he can't be losing to damn 3-5 Denver. So
have I told you my assessment of Josh Allen? I came up with a new one this week. Josh Allen is a 5-year-old playing Madden. He just wants to throw it deep all the time and make the big play. And if you ask him to try to play smart football, he's like, what the fuck is that? He can't do it. He wants to make the big throw all the time. And like,
so is that more his fault or Ken Dorsey?
I think it's his because he likes to fucking fire that ball downfield and show his arm off. And a lot of times that's the dumb play to make. When he hits Kincaid, when he hits the new slot guy, I forget his name, Calixer.
I can't.
It's not a normal name. Forgive me. The rookie slot receiver. When he When I worked at Optimum, man, that was one of the calls. What a guy Talif would come in the warehouse. If he was the only black guy in the warehouse, he'd be like, I got to call the rest of the clan.
Hit him up.
Talif Jones, I miss my boy. One of the best cooks ever. Yeah, like when Buffalo does well, they play within the system. He's doing the smart throws. When all of a sudden it don't work, it's like I'm going to look downfield and just show off my arm. And that's when shit starts to go wrong for them. So I know they got some injuries on defense, but it's week 10 in the NFL. Who the fuck doesn't? Stop making it as an excuse.
Facts.
So I'll put Dallas at 10.
Yeah.
I'll put Dallas at 10 because they're the head scratcher every year, man. It's like they can line up and beat anybody. And they can line up and lose to anybody. Like there's no rhyme or reason with the Cowboys. You know, you lost to the Cardinals with Dobbs. Like, what the fuck? You know, like, it's too easy this week to lay Dallas giving 16.5 to the Giants, right? You're like, oh man, Dallas can be Dallas though. Like you want to just say this should be another 40-point victory. But you know how those rivalry games go. Even backups will step up and make plays. I think Dallas will win by 30. I think it'll be 30-3, 30-0.
Watch the Giants cover this week, bro.
Right? A fucking special teams touchdown, a fumble that like Lawrence picks up and walks in. Like all of a sudden, it goes from a 24-point victory to they go for 2 and it's a 16-point and they hit it.
Yeah. Scott Van Pelt going to hit the Cowboys with a bad beat clip this week.
Yeah. So, that's my 10. I'm sorry I fell asleep, guys. I apologize.
No, you good, bro.
It was like 3-something, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, I could watch a little bit of this episode. So I could finish. I'm trying to finish the season of Billions, which is such a good show. If you haven't watched it yet,
I watched it before.
I actually been letting this last season kind of build up. So me and the wife here are gonna binge it on one of these. We'll probably binge it Sunday because Chiefs on the bye week, so we'll probably end up watching it Sunday. But I saw the first 2 episodes of this season, and I've been letting it just kind of build up. So I can't wait to get to it. Honestly,
I'm at the end of 6 where Bobby just comes back to America.
Oh yeah.
He just came back and took the big dick out, started swinging it, and then I fell asleep. And then I wake up and he's there outside the Met in New York. I'm like, son of a bitch, I slept. Oh, son of a bitch, it's Thursday. I'm like, these motherfuckers never texted me. Links up. I'm like, I came flying downstairs.
Bobby Axelrod. Yeah, hey, Billions is a good show.
Very good.
I had a hot take last night, and this might shock y'all. And my Chiefs fans, please don't jump in my DMs talking crazy because I clap back. All right. The Raiders. All right.
Oh shit.
No, I'm just gonna be honest. Trust me, I'm gonna go throw up and probably after I say this because I threw up last night after I said it. You saw just the change in that locker room after they got rid of McDaniels and Antonio Pierce. I get it. They beat the Giants. I know. I get it. But 4-5, and they're not too far off from being in the thick of things in the AFC. So 4 wins, 4-5, and I looked at their schedule. They don't have a crazy gauntlet to get through. And hey, come on, they celebrated that win, first game without McDaniels as if it was a Super Bowl, bro. And you saw how the camaraderie and the team came together, and the way that Max Crosby is talking, how much they love Antonio Pierce. Hey, I won't be shocked if they get a wild card. I know it's a crazy take, but it is, to me, when you see how we've seen this from them before, this reminds me of when they went through the shit with John Gruden, Henry Ruggs, and all that shit, and then they had to rally around Rich Bisaccia, and they carried them to the wild card game. I think the same thing can happen this year. It's middle of the season pretty much. It's all these teams got 8-9 games left, so they can possibly go on a run. I mean, look at their schedule. The only 2 games that really you got questions about is they got to play the Chiefs twice. Other than that, they can hang with the Chargers. They can hang with the Broncos. They can hang with some other teams that they got on their schedule. I don't think it's far-fetched to say that the Raiders could make a run at a wild card. I don't think it's far-fetched.
I mean, you look at one thing I can say about this. You can't underestimate how important culture is. And you see some of the reports of how bad McDaniels was in the locker room, bro. He probably brought that morale down.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah. It was Urban Meyer-esque, right? It sounds like it's Urban Meyer, where like they were doing the worm when he got fucking fired.
Right.
Sometimes for a November win, Mel. I never seen cigars lit up in the NFL over a November win.
Right.
But that's my point, man.
Right. You look at the war report when they had the meeting and everybody's airing out their grievances. And McDaniels asked Pierce to give a nice rallying speech, and Pierce, gave a nice speech, and part of his speech was like, it's like when the Giants beat the Patriots, no one gave us a chance to win. It's like we don't have a chance to win, but we actually won and beat them in the Super Bowl. And as a coach, you seeing your team getting hyped over that, and because you can't swallow your pride enough to bite your tongue, you got to get them say, don't ever say that about the Patriots again.
Yeah,
that's enough to show you what type of person he is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like you're not even part of that organization no more. Yeah, and really, the speech was not even about the Patriots or the Giants. It's about what happened, the message behind what happened, the underdog, the one who never had a chance, who we are representing in this story. You know what I'm saying? And as a coach, you say, oh, that's helping rally my team. You swallow your pride. No matter what you might have thought, you swallow your pride because you see your team is responding to that. And that's how to show you what kind of asshole he is. And then one other incident that really made me think about that is when he got fired, his kid was out trick-or-treating. He called his kids back home just to tell them, I got fired. Oh, fucking, they can finish trick-or-treating. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? That shows you how detached and unaware and how much an asshole he is.
The rest of your page ain't gonna clear just because you
got fired.
But you know that he went to the Raiders facility on Halloween dressed as Davis?
Wow.
And that was like the last straw for Davis. Like,
that's what I heard. I don't know how true it is, but that's just crazy.
What's his name?
Al Davis, the father, or Mark Davis?
Mark Davis. McDaniels loves Halloween. He goes all out for Halloween every year, everywhere he's been. He showed up to the Raiders facilities dressed as Mark Davis, and he even ordered P.F. Chang's like Mark Davis. Or Mark Davis ordered him the P.F. Chang order he gets every day to put him completely in character. But as the day went on, he got sick of it. He told everyone, I'm firing this motherfucker.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna run down their schedule real quick and just let me know if you think that they can't hang in that game. So Jets, Dolphins, Vikings, Chargers, Colts, Broncos, and Chiefs twice. So that's what I'm saying. Looking at their schedule, the Chiefs are the only team that I say that you can really question that. Now you can go to those other games and it can go either way. It can go either way with the Jets. It can go either way with the Dolphins. Go either way with the Vikings, Chargers, Colts, Broncos. I mean, that's not a gauntlet that I don't think that they can, just lose all those games. That's all I'm saying. We've seen locker rooms come together in strangest time ways. We've seen this with the Raiders before, just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I wouldn't be surprised if they mess around and got that 7th seed in the wild card. And I hate to say it, I will probably throw up to death when we get off air, because obviously saying anything positive about the Raiders is something that it really makes me feel real itchy as shit right now. But I just got to call it a spade. Man.
I can't see it. I get where you're coming from. I will say this. Living in the New York area and watching Antonio Pierce be the middle linebacker of that Giant team for many years and seeing the leader that he was on the field and knowing the type of leader he was as a player.
Yeah.
I think the Raiders just found their defensive version of Dan Campbell. I think they found a guy who's not going to be politically correct. I think they found a guy who's going to hype his team up. I think he found a guy who the team will believe in because he's been there, done that, and he's not some little pencil pusher drawing up plays for years for another organization who can't leave that organization behind him. I think Antonio Pierce will get a long-term extension.
Did you really just dish Josh McDaniels without saying his name?
Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. You know who I meant, right? But I think that in professional sports, in a day and era where there is a divide a lot of times between coach, player, I think in a sport like football where you have to give so much of your body and so much of yourself, you have to love the guy next to you that you're doing it with and for. That sounds horrible if you cut that single line up in an audio clip.
We'll cut that up for you.
You have to love who you're doing it for, whether it's your teammate or whether it's your coaches, right? How many times do we hear a guy hype up their cornerbacks coach and you know, because they relate to him, they know he loves them, and he knows that he hypes them up and he believes in them. That goes all the way up, man. You get a head coach like Antonio Pierce, a guy who's got the rings to show you this is what you get when you do it this way. I think he's going to be fucking loved. I think he's going to have some growing pains if he sticks with Aiden O'Connell. The difference between that Raider team a few years ago, they had a veteran quarterback in Carr. You know what I mean? And did he get a head coach? No, he didn't, Anthony.
Rich Bisaccia, they should have gave him that Raider job.
We were shocked. Yeah. Everyone was shocked who saw that. We could not believe.
I think he's in Green Bay as their special teams
and assistant head coach. Yeah.
He got a raw deal. So, that was real janky.
I think that the outpouring of love, media attention, player feedback, I think Davis will learn from that mistake of letting Bisaccia go, right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Rich Bisaccia.
Rich Bisaccia, okay. Yeah. I think that that's my prediction. The Davis family's always been odd, right?
That's our statement.
It's true. I mean, Mark got a haircut. He's trying to be hip now that he got a black head coach. He got rid of that shit. He put my hat on, went to the barber, just like, cut this right here.
hey, because he got a 28-year-old girl now. So he was like, hey, man, I got
a 28-year-old girl, got a black head coach. Mark Davis be popping.
Any one of you fellas got a quick little hot take we could drop real quick?
I'm sick of Jets fans.
What?
I'm sick of them because there has to be levity, not just with Jets fans. That's the team I see the most takes about on Twitter, obviously.
Right.
Not every win puts you in a Super Bowl, and not everyone lost has to get everybody fired. Like, sports fans in general, take things with a grain of salt sometimes. You don't have to cry from the cliff that you're going to jump every time there's a loss with your team. You don't have to start cutting up the ticker tape for a parade after every victory. There are ups and downs. There's only one undefeated team in the history of football that completed the job. So can we stop with, Joe Douglas? Joe Douglas built a team that would be 7-1 if it had Aaron Rodgers right now. 4-4 with Zach Wilson. When Rodgers got hurt on the fourth play, many people said we wouldn't win 4 games for the season. So everybody, let's kind of breathe. Like, sports is an evolution from day to day to minute, from play to play. So just take a deep breath before you have to vent. And don't act like you're mad at the team. You're mad at yourself because you built up all this fucking hope inside your brain and you're too embarrassed to look in the mirror and say, I was wrong. So you got to shit on other people because you can never admit that you're wrong. But to answer your question, Mar, yes, I had a hot take ready to go.
Yeah, I see. I noticed. You got one over there, Mel?
Nah,
I got another one. Hold up. No, I'm sorry.
I don't have one, bro. I can't think of it right now.
Well, real quick before we get up off the air, let's is there a game that has your attention for week 10 of any of these NFL matchups that you like? Oh yeah, let me make sure I pay attention.
Aside from our own, Mel. Aside from our own.
Man, fuck you, Nick.
Not you. Right. You pick my game, I'll pick your game.
No, you can say your own team if you're looking excited to see your team play because of obvious reasons, not just because you're a fan of it, but there's some, severity to the matchup. Then say it, by all means.
2 games, really.
Go ahead.
One is, of course, is a Lions game, and the reason why, not because I'm a Lions fan, is because I want to see how they respond. Coming off the bye week.
And after the ass whooping.
Well, no, they beat the Raiders. Remember? They played the Raiders when they went to the bye week.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, don't count because the Raiders, but I'm just saying. They still won. But I want to see how they respond.
McDaniels Raiders.
Right. They the one that got their Josh McDaniels fired. But I want to see how they respond with now they're going to have most of their players coming back. They say everybody's healthy, but I don't know if CJ Gardner-Johnson coming back. I'm not for sure.
Okay.
Everybody else should be coming back. So if James Houston coming back, that'd be nice to see him play what he does. If Dominic Peoples-Jones start or play, he ain't gonna start, but play. Kind of see how they use him as a weapon. Just I kind of want to see how the Texans play against the Bengals.
Oh, man, you took my game away because I was looking forward towards that.
As hot as CJ Stroud is being,
mm-hmm.
and how good he's looking. Now see how he looks against a good team. If you look at it, you got a Bengals team who is now starting to roll and get hot.
Mm-hmm.
You got a Texans team who's playing above what anybody else could have considered them playing outside of Texas. So now you got these two teams coming together. Now, I still think the Bengals will win, but I want to see how the Texans play against them, how they look against them. And this is going to be a true litmus test of how good or how bad they are.
Yeah. Hey, for the same reasons, I was thinking the same thing.
One more thing. And fuck Nick. Okay, go ahead.
You just had to get that out, huh? Yeah. No, I was thinking the same thing is because, for the Texans, I love what C.J. Stroud's been doing. I love what the Texans have been doing as a whole. The defense actually been playing well. They've been rallying around D'Amico Ryans as a rookie head coach. Right. They're building something down there. So I want to see if they can continue that going. And can they, slow down a hot team like the Bengals? Because the Bengals are hotter than fish grease right now. So, this is a true test for not only C.J. Stroud and the Texans, but I want to see, how Burrow can do up against a decent defense in the Texans. They might not be one of your top 5 elite defenses, but they've been playing pretty well. They've been getting after the quarterback. So
I think so, Ant.
Do you think the Panthers should? What was that? For what?
They got nothing. They got nothing to win for them. Play for it. They out of it by now.
They should build a time machine and go back to the draft and take the guy that we said they should take.
CJ
Stroud looked much better.
Yeah. But here's the thing about that though, you can't really get a true assessment of him because he ran for his life.
The team is bad.
We had nobody to throw it to. He don't have nobody to protect him. So he got a lot of issues down there to really get a true assessment of how good or how bad he really is.
Yeah, but I'm with you on all that. But sit him for what?
Hell, save him before you're gonna get hurt.
Nah, man, get the experience. Get your lumps in. Get your lumps in. Because let's look at it this way: if he can perform well under circumstances that aren't perfect and aren't in his favor, you're going to be in situations like that in the future where the circumstances aren't going to be in your favor. So get comfortable with it. So he can revert back to this whole season and be like, man, I didn't play 17 games when it wasn't a damn thing in my favor. I think I got a little experience to dealing with some bad experience, with a bad situation. So, because he's going to be in a situation next year where things ain't going to be in his favor. Because is that team going to improve? It should next year. It should. I preference that by they should.
Right.
But because, like you said, they got many of issues on how they built that team that they got to handle next year. So we'll see what happens. In anything you're looking forward to, Nick, before we get up out of here in these Week 10 matchups?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward to how this Jets team bounces back after a bad loss the other night. This game Sunday night is going to be ugly. I think it's going to be like 16-6. One of the Jets defense will score. but I'm petrified of what Crosby can do. Crosby might solidify Defensive Player of the Year by halftime. Especially the way the right side of our line is right now. We don't even know who's going to be a right tackle. Turner, who attempted to play it the other day, I could have done better than him with 9 toes. He broke his hand during the game, so he's out. I'm looking forward to the Niners and Jags game, and I'm very happy that where I'm at, we'll have that game on. That, to me, is the spotlight matchup of the week. It kind of 49ers need to win. You don't want to lose 4 in a row, right? And the Jets aren't cooked. The Jets got the number 1 defense in the NFL. They got the number 1 pass rush in the NFL. They get the most pressures with the least blitz percentage.
What's up, Flo?
Jets aren't cooked. Defense can always win anywhere they go. They just got to figure a couple things out on offense. They got to coach it better. They got to roll them out more. They got to get them out of the pocket and stop being so goddamn predictable with the play calls. Don't bring in 3 tight ends and then run it. It's not Pop Warner.
Nah, I just think Hackett is just not smart enough as a coach to even try to do anything with Zach Wilson. And I hate that Zach Wilson gets a lot of the blame. I just think Nathaniel Hackett just can't hack it at all as a coach, whether it's a head coach or offensive coordinator. So.
Play on words. I like that. That was clever.
No, I think he's atrocious. Like, get him out the building. Fuck him. I don't care if he's Aaron Rodgers' buddy or not. You suck as an OC. Get him the fuck out of the building, bro. I would get rid of him.
Look at Anthony. Anthony's like, I want to see my ex with her new man.
Oh my gosh.
He wants to see Young with the Niners and Sweat with the Bears. Like, bro.
Yeah, let them shine.
I want to see how they treat that ass.
No, man.
Yeah, the Jaguars, I want to see, have they arrived? They won some games tight, but you beat the 49ers, even if Debo's out and they're reeling a little bit, you're letting the league know, hey, we are to be taken seriously. And, just like Mel's Lions, I look at the Jags, the Jets, the Browns. We've all been laughing stocks for so long. Like, I'm happy to see my fellow fan bases who've suffered like me be in some credible games and on the verge of really good things with the organizations. So, yeah, I want to see how the Jags measure up. Do the Niners just fucking pummel them on both sides of the ball?
Right.
Does McCaffrey score 3 touchdowns in the first quarter and it's 21-3 before first quarter's even over? Or they can take the punches and swing back. So that's the game that I'm most interested in.
I don't know, Flo. You got to be watching these Jets games, man. Hack is pretty terrible. They're like, you don't leave Michael Parsons on 1v1. Against Dwayne Brown, whose shoulder's been fucked up for the last 3 years. That's bad. That's bad coaching.
I can reel down a list. That's Flo repeating the national media. Because they don't know what the fuck is going on. The problem with the Jets, they're on their 5th right tackle. They're on their 5th right guard. They're on their 5th center. Alan Lazard is a suicide bomber set here to destroy the Jets offense with drops, penalties. You've been in the system. You've been with Hackett. How the fuck don't you know how to line up? How you blocking guys? Garrett Wilson the other day, and I have been very supportive of Coach Salo. You guys know this. There was a point the other day where Wilson got hit out of bounds. Not a late hit, but he got shoved out of bounds hard in the back after hit. He tried to go after the cornerback. 26. Is that Samuel? And the ref was holding Wilson back, and Wilson was trying to get around him, and he did. This happened right on the Jets sideline, right in front of them. That's where if you got control of your team, you pull him out, talk to him, calm him the fuck down, and then he goes back in. No. They let Garrett Wilson go back to the huddle. What's he do on the next play, you ask? Cheap shot Samuel in the back unnecessarily on a 19-yard run by Breece Hall that gets called back. So there's so many things going wrong right now. It's not
Flo knows
Zach went 33 of 49 and had 6 drops. He would have been 39 of 49 passing the ball the other day without the drops.
Yeah. But I mean it is what it is. It's you can't
not throwing interceptions. Is he taking sacks? Yes. But he's not throwing picks.
The hell,
he's not throwing picks. Everyone said he's a turnover machine. Now he's not throwing the picks, and now everyone's bitching because he's taking
anybody and a mama, even Patrick Mahomes, would get the shit sacked out of him behind that O-line who's interchanging every week. So you got no
during the game.
Yeah, during the game, like, hey, they looking in the stands like, hey, bro, you're about 6 foot 300. Can you just stand there, or can you do something? So
I got 9 toes, bro. I'm sorry, I'm out. I'm 6'3". 6'3". Today's show is in honor of me, 291. 6'3", 291. But nope, unless you give me a steel-plated shoe, man, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
But nah, man, y'all know what it is. Predictions. Panthers, Bears tonight. By default, I'm going Bears.
I predict I'll be asleep by the first quarter.
Yeah, let's start flexing these games, Roger.
Yeah.
Come on,
man.
Come on, Roger. Let's start flexing these games, dog. Anyway, hey, man, we appreciate y'all tapping in with us, RW Sports Network. Y'all know where to find us. Proud New York Jets fans, No Name Podcast, Wildcard Chief. You know what it is. Hey, at the end of the day, man, going over to RW Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, RW Sports 1 on Twitter. We everywhere. Y'all can find us all on Twitter, Facebook. Appreciate the love and support, man. We out of here, man. See y'all Monday.
Don't forget, you could find Mel in the local parking garage waiting for women to come out of the mall at night.
I don't do that no more.